Good morning everyone. In the previous class, we have discussed about types of chemical reactions, combination reactions, decomposition reactions, displacement reactions and also double displacement reactions. Today, we are going to discuss some other reactions. There are two types of reactions based on heat exchange. One is exothermic reaction, another one is endothermic reaction. Okay, so let us discuss what is exothermic reaction and what is endothermic reaction. Okay, first one, exothermic reaction. The reactions in which heat is evolved. So during the process, heat is evolved. Those reactions are called exothermic reaction. Exothermic means during the reaction, heat is evolved. Okay, for example, burning of coal. See, coal burning in excess of oxygen to form CO2, right? Coal nothing but carbon gas. Okay, here some heat is evolved. Okay, heat is evolved plus heat. Carbon, that means coal burning in oxygen to form CO2. Along with CO2, some heat also released, evolved. That's why this is an example of exothermic reaction. Finally, what is exothermic reaction? During the process, heat is evolved. Those reactions are called exothermic reactions. Okay, burning of coal. Endothermic reaction. Endothermic reaction means the reactions in which heat is absorbed. During the process, heat is absorbed. Those reactions are called as endothermic reactions. For example, melting of ice. Okay, for suppose if you can take one ice cube. To melt, absorb some heat and it is converted to what? Water, right? Liquid, water. Okay, now? So this is the example of endothermic reaction. For endothermic reactions, heat is absorbed. For exothermic reactions, heat is evolved. Okay, so finally, based on heat exchange, there are two types of reactions. One is exothermic reaction, another one is endothermic reaction. In exothermic reaction, heat is evolved. In endothermic reaction, heat is absorbed. Generally, in exothermic reactions, for example, X2 plus Y2 is gives rise to XY. X2 plus Y2 is gives rise to XY. Here X2 reactant, Y2 reactant, XY is product. So the reactant X2 or reactant Y2 to give XY. In X2 there is a bond between X and X, X bond X. In Y2 there is a bond between Y and Y, Y bond Y. And in XY there is a bond between X and Y. Okay, so here X2 to react with Y2, compulsory what happened? Bond should be broken. Okay, then so to break these bonds, some energy required, right? To break this bond, some energy required. So here energy required to break less than the, here bond, new bond will be formed. Here X bond X, Y bond Y dissociated. Okay, broken. And here in the product, new bond will be formed. That is X bond Y. New bond will be formed. That is X bond Y. So here to the formation of new bond, some energy is released. So if that energy in the formation of, then exothermic reaction takes place. Come on, listen. Here to break the bonds in the reactants, some energy required. To break the bond, some energy required. That energy is less than the, here X bond Y, new bond is formed. In the products, new bond will be formed. So in the formation of product, energy released in the formation of new bond is more than the energy required to break the bonds in the reactants. Then exothermic reaction takes place. So here energy, more energy comparatively here. So exothermic reaction takes place. Okay, now? So finally here important point, what is exothermic reaction? If heat is evolved during the process, that is exothermic process. Okay, so in the exothermic process, what happened? Energy required to break the bonds less than the energy released in the formation of new bond. Okay, so more energy released in the formation of new bond, comparatively energy required, so that is exothermic reaction. Okay, in case endothermic reactions, for example, A2 plus B2 is gives rise to 2AB. For suppose this is endothermic reaction, heat is absorbed, here heat released, here heat released, here heat absorbed. Okay, so here what happened? Here energy required to break the bonds is greater than the energy released in the formation of new bond. Energy required to break the bonds greater than the energy released to the formation of new bond. So to break the bonds in the reactants, more energy required than energy released in the formation of new bond, that means products. Okay, so here reverse. If the reactants energy less than the products energy, then exothermic. If the reactants energy greater than the products energy, then endothermic reactions. Simply we can say like this. Got it? So heat evolved exothermic, heat absorbed endothermic. So during the process heat is evolved. So in the exothermic reaction, energy required to break the bonds less than the energy released in the formation of new bonds. Okay, so here in the formation more energy released comparatively, here energy required, but in this case more energy required than energy released in the formation of new bond. Got it? Next one. Generally, how we can write an exothermic reaction? In a reaction, A gives B evolving of some heat. So this is exothermic reaction. Represents like this. A gives B and evolves some heat, or we can write like this also. A plus heat, send this side, minus heat B. This is also exothermic reaction. Or A gives B delta H is equal to negative. This negative sign also indicates delta H. Here delta H is enthalpy change. Enthalpy change. You will learn in the higher classes what is enthalpy. Enthalpy change. Delta H is equal to negative. Okay, so we can write exothermic reaction like this or like this. Okay, otherwise A gives rise to B, delta H is equal to negative. Any of these reactions represents exothermic reaction. Okay, na? Examples for exothermic reaction: N2 plus 3H2 is gives rise to 2NH3 plus 92.0 kilojoules. So in the formation of ammonia, 1 mole N2 react with 3 mole H2 to form 2 mole NH3. In this reaction, 92.0 kilojoules heat is evolved. That means here in the formation of product, more energy released than energy required to break the bonds. Okay, here in N2 there is a triple bond between two nitrogen atoms. In H2 there is a bond between H and H. Here new bond. What is new bond? N bond H, new bond. So to the formation of these new bonds, more energy released, comparatively energy required to break the bonds. Okay, that is exothermic reaction, no? So energy required to break the bonds less than the energy released to the formation of new bonds. Okay, so this is exothermic reaction. N2 combine with 3 mole H2 to form 2 mole NH3 along with 92.0 kilojoules heat is released here. Got it? Or you can write like this also. N2 plus 3H2 is gives rise to 2NH3 delta H is equal to minus 92.0 kilojoules. This is also exothermic reaction. You can write like this or like this. Okay, next one. All combustion reactions are exothermic reactions. Combustion reactions nothing but substances burning in excess of oxygen. For example, C plus O2 is gives rise to CO2 plus heat, exothermic reaction. Okay, next one. Combustion of hydrocarbon CH4 plus O2 is gives rise to CO2 plus H2O, 2H2O. Okay, CH4 plus 2O2. Delta H is equal to approximately minus 889 kilojoules. Minus 889 kilojoules. So this is also example for exothermic reaction. All combustion reactions are exothermic reactions. Okay, next one. Acid base neutralization reactions. Acid base neutralization reactions are exothermic. Okay, acid base neutralization means HCl, acid, NaOH, base to form a salt and water, right? Water plus heat. Okay, some amount of heat is released. Okay, next one. H2SO4 plus KOH. This gives rise to K2SO4 plus 2H2O plus heat. Okay, this is also exothermic reaction. Okay, plus heat or delta H is equal to negative. Okay, next one. CH3COOH acid plus NaOH base is gives rise to CH3COONA plus H2 plus heat. Okay, so acid base neutralization reactions also exothermic reactions. So in the neutralization, heat is evolved. That's why these reactions are exothermic. Got it? Some more examples for exothermic reactions. First one, rusting of iron. Rusting of iron is an exothermic process. In the rusting of iron, heat is evolved. See the picture. Next one, reaction between water and sulfuric acid. This is also exothermic reaction. For suppose, if you add water to the sulfuric acid, heat is evolved. That's why, see the picture. Next one, reaction between water and sulfuric acid. This is also exothermic reaction. For suppose, if you add water to the sulfuric acid, heat is evolved. That's why we can't add water directly to the sulfuric acid in the preparation of aqueous solution of sulfuric acid, because more amount of heat is evolved. So to prepare aqueous solution of H2SO4, slowly add H2SO4 to the water. Don't add water directly to the sulfuric acid. Drop by drop you add sulfuric acid to water. Don't add water directly to sulfuric acid because more amount of heat is evolved. So exothermic process. Next one, dissolving laundry detergent in water. You can try this at home. In the glass beaker, you can take some water and add some detergent. So heat is evolved. The glass beaker slightly warm. That means heat is evolved. Okay. So this is also example of dissolving laundry detergent in water. Example of exothermic reaction. Respiration. So respiration process also, respiration process. Respiration process also exothermic reaction. Okay. Respiration process. Heat is evolved. Energy is evolved. Next one, freezing water into ice cubes. Freezing water into ice cubes also exothermic reaction. Okay, water freezes into ice cube. Some heat is evolved. So that is also example of exothermic reaction. Burning sugar, heat is evolved. A burning candle, also exothermic process. Okay, so these are all some examples of exothermic reactions. Let us discuss some more examples. See these reactions. Making a gas molecule from atoms. Okay, For example, hydrogen atom combined with another hydrogen atom to form H2 molecule. This is exothermic process. Atoms combine to give a molecule is an exothermic process. For example, hydrogen combined with hydrogen, another atom, to form H2 molecule. In this process, heat is evolved. So, making a gas molecule from atoms is an exothermic process. Heat is evolved. Reaction between H2O and CaCl2, calcium chloride, also exothermic process. Water add CaCl2, then some amount of heat is evolved. So this is also example of exothermic process. So finally, these are some examples of exothermic reactions. Okay, so finally exothermic reaction means heat is evolved. Okay, let us discuss about endothermic reactions. Okay, already we discussed what is endothermic reaction. Heat absorbed during the process. Example, best example, melting of ice. To melt ice, some amount of heat absorbed, no. So ice cube absorbs some heat, it is converted into water. So melting of ice is an example of endothermic reaction. Okay, see how we can represent an endothermic reaction. A, absorbs some heat to give a product B. This is endothermic reaction. Or A gives rise to B, minus heat. So we can represent like this also. Okay, or A gives rise to B, delta H is equal to, for exothermic reaction delta H is equal to negative, but endothermic reaction delta H is equal to positive. So delta H is equal to positive indicates endothermic reaction. What is delta H? Enthalpy change. Okay na? See, so we can represent anyway. A plus heat is gives rise to B, A gives rise to B minus heat, or A gives rise to B, delta H is equal to positive. Any reaction represent endothermic reaction. Okay, examples: N2 plus O2 plus heat is gives rise to 2NO, nitrogen combined with oxygen to form nitric oxide, NO. In this process, some amount of heat is absorbed. Okay, so that means energy required to break the bond is greater than the energy released in the formation of new bonds, as we discussed already. Okay, see here N2, there is a bond between nitrogen and nitrogen, oxygen, there is a bond between oxygen and oxygen. Here new bond, nitrogen and oxygen, new bond formed between nitrogen and oxygen. Okay, N2 plus O2 is gives rise to 2NO minus heat. You can write like this also. Or N2 plus O2 is gives rise to 2NO, delta H is equal to plus 66.4 kilojoules. Delta H is equal to plus 66.4 kilojoules. This also indicates endothermic. So here heat, what is the heat? 66.4 kilojoules, 66.4 kilojoules, 66.4 kilojoules. Okay, now so finally nitrogen react with oxygen to form nitric oxide is an example of endothermic reaction. Okay, next one, some more examples for endothermic reaction. Photosynthesis reactions. Best example, photosynthesis reaction. You know already, photosynthesis reaction takes place in presence of sunlight. Okay, carbon dioxide with water by absorbing sunlight to produce glucose, right? C6H12O6 plus O2. Okay, balancing 6CO2, 6H2O, here 6 total, 12 plus 6, 18, 6 plus 6 O2. So this is the reaction of photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide plus water absorb sunlight in presence of sunlight. There is no sunlight, no photosynthesis reaction takes place. Okay now, so in presence of sunlight only photosynthesis reaction takes place. So this is the reaction involving in photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide plus water absorbs sunlight, gives glucose plus O2, oxygen. Okay now, next one. Take some ammonium chloride solid, dissolve in water, it absorbs some heat, NH4Cl, ammonium chloride, aqueous. So the system will become cool. Why? It absorbs heat. That's why aqueous solution will become cool. See here some more examples. Evaporating liquid water. Okay, liquid converted into vapor. It absorbs some heat. So without absorbing heat, water not converted into vapor. It absorbing some heat. It will be converted into vapor. Okay, so evaporating of liquid water is an example of endothermic reaction. Sublimation of solid CO2 known as dry ice. Okay, sublimation nothing but a solid converted into vapor, CO2, solid converted into CO2 gas. It absorbs some heat. So absorb some heat means it is an endothermic process. What is sublimation? Solid directly converted into gas by absorbing some heat. So this is the process of sublimation. So solid CO2 converted into gas CO2. Okay, this is an example of endothermic reaction. Thermal decomposition reactions. Calcium carbonate absorb some heat and dissociate as CaO and CO2. Thermal decomposition reactions also absorb heat, so those are comes under endothermic reactions. Got it? So these are the exothermic and endothermic reactions. You must practice some more examples given in your material. Okay, thank you.